Okay guys, the wee baby squad. So before I start the assembly video for the wee baby and the X-axis, the X carrier and also the Y carriers, I will make some small changes to the layer fan shrouds. Just a small improvement, which one of you guys pointed out. We could have, I'm gonna show you, it's easier to show than to try to explain, so bear with me. So I'm just gonna open the X-axis assembly, and then I'm gonna open the X carrier assembly. And I'm gonna work here. So what I want to do is I want to add something here so we don't squeeze this fan when we mount it. Squeezing it will restrict the fan from spinning, so we don't want that. So I'm gonna add something here. We don't get any squeezing. So I'm gonna find the fan shroud. So when I pick it, with my mouse, just pick it, you can see in the browser to the left, it gets underlined. So then I know it's this guy, so I can open that one. So here it is with the fan and everything. So now I need to measure what we have from here to here. So we have 7mm. And I'm not sure 7mm is the right distance, because at this point I actually modeled these fans. And it's not certain that I made this part the right size. So I actually need to measure this to get it absolutely correct. But anyway, I'm gonna start adding, I'm not sure what I'm gonna call it, but something that, it's kind of a support which goes from here to here. We need that on both screws. So I'm just gonna use my timeline, and I'm gonna roll back in time, and I need one here and one here. And the way I do is I'm just gonna start a new sketch on this plane, and I want to project. I'm just gonna pick this circle and that circle, so I hit OK. And actually I want more, so I'm just gonna undo that and do another new project and pick the plane so I get everything, which is nice. I need to take a look at this now with the fan on. So here we have the fan. And let me see if I also can project something from the fan. Now I need to undo this because I started a new sketch. I don't want that. I want to do it in the same sketch actually. We cannot do that. So okay, let me move the sketch in my timeline. So I'm gonna pick it and just drag it to the right. Then we can edit the sketch with the fan inserted. So let me try to pick the edges here. Also up here. And OK. And then we can finish sketch. So I'm gonna extrude, hit E on the keyboard, pick these guys, and we're gonna go 7. And it's gonna be join and OK. So if I now remove the fan, this is what it looks like. So it's more easy for you to understand what I'm talking about with supports for the fan. This means when we add the screws and everything, we will not squeeze this guy so that it restricts the fan from spinning. That's very important, of course. So that's basically everything I wanted to do. I can see here that we have a sharp edge. We don't want that, so let me go back in time and make a fillet. Just gonna hit F on the keyboard. So this one already has a fillet, and this guy needs to go down 2 millimeters. This is what we want. Now we need to take a look in the main X carrier assembly to see if the new supports will crash with something else. So as you can see here now in my browser on the left and also on the top here, there is a yellow sign, which means that this has been edited and we need to get the latest version. So I'm just gonna hit get latest and it's gonna update. So this is what we have now. Also on the back, it looks great actually. So what I want to do at this point, rather than I could measure, but I think I just want to print one and have a look, see if the fan actually fits before I do the other side. Actually, we can do the other side anyway right away, because we are going to have these supports. We might need to just do some small modifications. So let me go back in time again. Let me just insert the fan. Let's create a sketch on this plane and hit P for project. Hit the plane and OK. And also need these lines. And OK, and finish sketch, extrude that guy and this guy, 7 millimeters, and we need to fillet this one. That's it. Let's travel forward in time, insert all the nuts and bolts, and just save it. I'm just going to close it. It will save automatically, at least with my settings. And again, we get a warning because this guy is not updated. So hit the sign, get latest. And there we go. So I'm gonna fire up the wiki and I'm gonna have a look at if this fits or we need to make some small changes to it. Also, I'm thinking about making this, the space here inside here 2 millimeters wider. The reason being, or actually that that was No, that was not needed. I thought it was needed. It's not needed. I was thinking about the direct drive because placing a direct drive here, but I think the actual direct drive will eventually be above these guys. So we don't need the space I was talking about, because you know a direct drive is typically 40 millimeter, and between the fans we only have like 38, I think. Yeah, we have 38 millimeter between the fans, so we could not fit NEMA or a 40 millimeter something inside here. But yeah, if that's necessary, we could just widen this bracket like 2 millimeter. But let's leave that for now. We're not gonna do that now. So I'm just gonna save this guy. Of course, we're gonna 3D print one of these guys. I'm gonna send it to Mesh Mixer first. And you can also see what I do in Mesh Mixer to turn these guys around. So I'm gonna do Edit and Transform. And I pick this and drag the mouse out, so I hit this snap ring. I'm just gonna turn it 90 degrees and accept, and then I'm gonna do Align and accept, and then we can just export it to somewhere. I'm not gonna export it to GitHub folder at this point because we need to test and see that it works. Just my STL library, and I'm just gonna put a layer fan body one support no, brim no. Save it. We can also do Cura, so you can have a look at how I do this in Cura. I'm gonna start off my weaking. So I got the weaking running. And here we have Cura. So open the guy and just saved. There it is. So when I import this now in Cura, it will always come in the way we want to print it. And this one prints without support. So I'm just gonna print it at extra fast. It's fine. I'm not gonna bother with too many layers. Let's do 4 top layers and just 3 bottom layers. Wall line count should be 2 is okay. And infill, we don't need much infill. Let's just do 10% grid, it's fine. Yeah, I'm printing CPE, that's what's on there, so I'm not bothered with changing that. Yeah, so we're printing this at 100. Looks good. And turn off the support. Just gonna preview it. Make sure that it looks okay. Yeah, it looks okay. "40 minutes, that's perfect." So I can just send it to the weaking, which has it's running a duet. Open the browser. So here's the duet web control. So I'm gonna start at 100 degrees for this CPE at the first layer, and then we're going down to 90. So of course this is now gonna heat up the bed first and then the hot end, and I need to adjust my baby stepping because my C offset is not correct, so I need 20mm more. Okay. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's actually everything. I can come back with the results, but that was just a quick live 3D modeling, slicing, and yeah, short video for you, so you can see what's going on at Valhalla. And if you have some questions about 3D modeling in Fusion or the V-Baby in general, then please, yeah, leave a comment. So that's it for now. See you soon.